In the last video, we went over using map to iterate over an array and create a new array with new values within it based on that original array. So for example, we went ahead and used map to multiply the number by 5 and then again go through that array and multiply it by 2. Now let's say that we want to find all the numbers that are divisible by 4 within this new array. Well, we can actually continue chaining on to this. So the enumerable module offers a method called find, and that also takes a block, just like map does, with the element from the array as a parameter. And then we can go ahead and provide some sort of condition in here, where if the number meets this condition and is true, it will go ahead and return that number. Now, one thing to keep in mind is that find will return the first instance of the truthy value within that array. So if I go ahead and I say that I want to get all numbers that are divisible by 4, so we're using the modulus operator here, and then once we perform this, we want to check if that has a remainder of 0, which means that that number would be divisible by 4. And then we want to go ahead and just place this on a new line, format that so it looks nicely, and then we can go ahead and run this, and it will return the first instance of the number that is divisible by 4. So we have 20. And let's say that I wanted to not only get the first one, but I wanted to get all of them. Well, we just go ahead and append all to that, and we'll get an array instead of just the value there. So we'll get an array of all of the numbers that are divisible by 4. So that's awesome. Well, how can this be used within an actual program? Can this be used on other objects? And the answer is yes, it can. So let's say that we created a class here called pet, and we're going to go ahead and just give that pet some legs. Okay, and then we'll define an initializer here, and it'll take the number of legs and it'll assign legs to that number. Okay, and then what we'll do here is we'll create an array of pets, and in here we'll just put pet.new, and we'll give it 2 legs. And then we will go ahead and do that a couple times, and we'll do a 3, 3, and 4. Sorry about those three-legged pets, but let's use that as an example. And then what we want to do is we want to go through that pets array, and we want to find the first pet. So the first pet that has legs, so it'll be pet.legs equals 2. So it will go ahead and it'll find the first one, which will be this instance right here. So if I go ahead and I run this, I have to make sure that I output that somehow. If I go ahead and run that, it will give us that first object where the legs are equal to 2. Now again, we can apply the all here, and it will get all of the pets where the legs are equal to 2 and place that into an array. So this is extremely useful, not only for basic objects like numbers, but for custom objects that you create yourself, and even other objects where there is an attribute that you want to find is equal to whatever the condition you place into here.